Alright, sweet. Hey guys, so today I'll show you how to make a supersaw and massive. I have an example here, but just keep in mind this is um, of layers, a bunch of layers of supersaw. So in order to make like a really fat supersaw, you need layers, but I'll show you anyways. Anyways, you get the idea. So I'll show you how to make the massive patch, but then I recommend that you make layers to your super saw after, because in order to have a fat super saw, you need layers and you need to do it properly. But anyways, so this super saw that we're gonna make today, the patch just sounds like this. This one here. Yeah. So this is just the patch on its own, and then this is with all the layers. All right, so let's get started. We'll make a new massive patch. So we'll just clone this guy. Where is it? There it is, massive 5. Um, Group it somewhere else so we can see it. Da, da, da. We'll cut these cords, paste them in here. Perfect. Okay, and we'll start from scratch here. So we have our chords. Let's go to new sound. Perfect, everything's reset, and I'll go through that in a bit. But first, before we start, I just want to stress, with super saws, you have to make layers. You have to make a base layer, like a sub bass. You're gonna EQ them all together in order to have a fat super saw. Usually, you can't just have one patch of massive and expect to have a huge super saw. So just know that going into this. All right. So I'll show you how to make like a general massive patch for a super saw. All right. So we'll start with an initial patch. Usually these will be off, whatever. So basically what you want to do is turn all your oscillators onto a saw wave. Turn on oscillator 2 and 3. Make sure the amps are up. Then we're going to detune them a little bit from the start, which will just help them phase a bit and sound more like super saw. So this is not detuned. We'll detune them a bit. Not too much. Perfect. Okay, so then we'll turn off the filters. We don't need those. Now we're just going to bypass the filters. Next up, we'll go into our voicing tab. Make sure the voices are all the way up at 64. It usually starts at 16. We'll go to 64. I like to use 4 voices. Keep on polyphonic. Turn the pitch cutoff on. So what the pitch cutoff will do is it'll pitch bend our notes a bit, or detune them, so it sounds more like a supersaw. And here you have a button centered in chord. So basically, the main note. Picture the main note of your chord stack or your supersaw. Centered pretty much means when all the voices, all the pitches are generated by massive, it'll create pitches that are symmetrical above and below the main pitch of your chord or your supersaw. And if you hit chord here, it'll alternate. It'll do kind of like a random. Some pitches will be above and below, making it more like I guess a natural or natural sounding supersaw. But it's really hard to tell the difference. So unless you're like freaking professional and you have like AAA grade hearing, you might be able to tell, but I know that I can't. I'm not gonna lie. So, um, Yeah, I just picked this one for chord because that's what theoretically my brain is telling me to do. So we'll have it on. And if you want to spread your chords, so you make them really wide, you can turn on your pan position. Turn it either way, whatever you like. It does the same thing, just inverts the spread. That's the middle. And so basically, if you're starting to think ahead, if you make layers, you can do one layer down the middle and then another layer on the outside. We'll leave this one in the center. Okay, so this is pretty good for voicing so far. Now you want to make sure that the envelope of your sound, you're generating a fully sustaining super saw chord. Right? So this basically, for anyone who's new, this is a visual representation of the shape of how your sound works in terms of volume. So your attack tells you how soon or abruptly the sound begins, and then you have your level here, which how strong the dB of the sound will remain throughout the entire course of the sound. So if we play it, so as you can see, it's like we have a big attack, and then the sound dies down like a clock. So you got the spike and then the clock, and how soon it decays. Obviously here with decay, you can just have it be a tiny little pluck. But for the saw, you want to keep it maybe some. We can go to our modulation oscillator, phase it a bit. Also, to give it some high end, add some white noise. Just fill the sound out a bit. Throw some chorus on it. It's essentially like a delay. I hope that's right. So you can adjust these however you like if you want to make, a very unique kind of sound to it. Play around with this. Maybe if you want to throw some reverb on it or another phaser. This is all totally up to you at this point. You can even just throw a phaser on it and then do reverb after in your effects chain on your mixer track. That's pretty much it. Really easy sound. So take this, run with it, do whatever you want. Make sure you layer it, throw a bass under it. So if you take a look at these layers that I have here, turn this off. Oh, I took it out of this. Hang on. So basically I have center layer. You can probably hear this if you have headphones on or if you have monitors, but off laptop speakers I don't think you'll be able to tell, but this this massive patch is right down the middle. This one is wide. This one's a higher set of chords. And that's just the bass. So none of this is really EQ'd or compressed or anything. I just threw it together just to kind of show you a really rough idea of building a chord stack. And this is just a different synth. Gives it a different, effect it has or whatever. So yeah. You can stack them, compress it, limit it, whatever you want to get your fat sound. Go ahead and do that. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.